Welcome to North America, motherfuckers. Well, we don't play around here. We don't play around on this server. We make trails of items. We do not play around. You think this game, you think this is a joke? This is North America at its finest. Where have you ever seen such magnificent creations? This is the real deal. Real deal, guys. NA server. Don't ever doubt. Don't ever doubt this region. We have the freshest clothes, the greatest minds, and the most fun. Yeah, that's right. NA server coming to a theater near you. Look at this. Look at this. So glorious. So, hey guys, this is avilo here, and now I'm just going to basically voice over while playing a bit of stuff from 2018. That clip you just saw was from a pre-game lobby in 2018, back in June 2018, and all throughout 2019. I was one of the first pre-alpha testers for Spellbreak. You can even see here in the video there was different skill sets. The items weren't hashed out. The inventory was a tab inventory system. All these things were how the game was back then. It wasn't health or armor was not tied to belts. You just drank pots at the very beginning. There was double jump, no levitation. So why am I recording this video? Why am I putting this all together? Mostly because I think Spellbreak has been a really good game, even back then when it was just in pre-alpha. I was one of the first people that believed in the game, that play tested the game, gave feedback to developers, always had good interactions, and submitted a lot of feedback to the devs. And they banned me from the game. And I'm going to go into that later in this video, and I hope people can reach out to the Spellbreak people, because I believe there's some personal vendetta there from whoever decided to come to my stream and ban me from the game. But yeah, this is all pre-alpha footage. I mean, I have a hell of a lot of just recordings from the pre-alpha back, because I always recorded videos back then, even when I was playing the game. And yeah, I wanted to talk about it because Spellbreak just full released on September 3rd, and right when I played, I started streaming it shortly after it full released, and I've been playing it since 2018 with no issues. No issues whatsoever, guys. No issues in the community, nothing. And again, I'll just, you know, throughout the pre-alpha, I was one of the people that always spoke highly of the game. That it was really fun, and you can tell just from these clips even, I just cut out a couple of cool fights and things. This was back when, again, the effects were really loud back then. But again, this was 2018, 2019. You can see, I think this is alpha footage from 2019, I believe. And it was much different back then because you could basically they streamlined it and they made it. The game was even faster. You see me running around in fire in this video. Like, you were basically like a really strong battle mage back then. Like, you could use like like you notice I'm using 4 gauntlets. Spell Slinger was a default thing in the game. The game was way more difficult, but also really not balanced. And that's another thing that, you know, I'm making this video about, because players like myself that are huge supporters of Spellbreak and were pre-alpha testing. I was one of the first pre-alpha testers. I must have been in like the first batch of people back in June 2018. We're the reason why. I mean, whether the devs want to admit it or not, the people that are very passionate about the game, enjoy playing the game, are going to be what helps make the game successful. The streamers, the content creators, yes, the devs, you know, they did an amazing job, you know, Proletariat Seth and the guys there at Post, they did an amazing fucking job with the gameplay. But the game would not be nearly as well balanced upon release without people like myself, RF Legendary, just, you know, all the pre-alpha testers out there that gave lots of feedback. And again, there's so many I could go through and name just all the people from the Spellbreak Discord that, you know, you know, lots of arguments, but lots of also good constructive stuff that help make this game very well balanced on release, in my opinion. You know, besides stuff like controller conduit, which I'll get into a little bit later. But yeah, you can see here more clips of running in fire. You used to be able to do that during the pre-alpha. That was a thing. It was really fun, but maybe not balanced. And playing this game for 2 years, I've played the game for 2 years now, since 2018. Being banned from the game because somebody there has some vendetta against me or didn't like that I'm streaming the game or getting viewers for the game is really not right. They should respect the people that were playing this game since the very start, and I guarantee you guys that, again, later in the video I'll show that I basically got ego banned from Spellbreak, the actual game. And again, I've been one of the most passionate supporters and players of the game since before anyone even heard of this. I initially found the game from an ad on Reddit, back when I was having, you know, a lot of personal issues. I found the game, and for me, when I started playing this game, it's the first game since StarCraft 2 that I really, really enjoyed. Felt had a skill element to it, was really fun, exciting, and wasn't just a normal battle royale like a lot of games out there are nowadays. And, you know, to me personally, I can say that when I started playing Spellbreak, it was because I was going through personal stuff at the time, and it was something for me to do. It was something that helped me get through it. And everybody, you know, has their own things out there, and back then, it let me. It was my escape. That's why I hope people watch this video, because I've never done anything wrong in the Spellbreak community or even outside of it. But I got banned because somebody there at Spellbreak doesn't like me, and has something against me, their own beliefs, where they think I did something wrong or trying to say that, and I really haven't. You know, they shouldn't be banning people that help make the game as good as it is. So I hope people will support me and bring this up to the devs, because I've tried to reach out to everybody, guys. I've reached, and with no response, and they've said that the guy that banned me, he ego banned me from the game, said that I can appeal and that he's not going to unban me. So what the hell is the point of appealing? Why would anybody even do that in the first place? Ego ban somebody because of some personal vendetta. This isn't their game. This is Proletariat's game. This is the developer's game that made the game and programmed it. And I just want to be able to play the game again, because, like I said, I was one of the first people that really, you know, even back then. I mean, you see these effects here. A lot of the stuff from back then. You know, people had Phoenix on Pyro back then. The gameplay wasn't as fleshed out as it is now, and people like me help make it what it is by playtesting it. So yeah, and there was, you know, just watching this, there was a lot of broken stuff back then. Flash freeze was instant at one point. You could instantly freeze somebody if you were near them with flash freeze, which was really, so basically there was stuff like permanently freezing people. You could run in fire. You could stay in the air almost infinitely back then with force-free hovering. All these things got fleshed out because myself and, you know, in a moment here you're going to see me go to the storm, and I'm fighting outside of the storm here because, again, I was one of those people back then that helped give such good feedback and play tested the game a hell of a lot. You know, things like being outside of the storm and heal-offs, those don't exist right now on the live version of the game because players like myself, we gave Proletariat, we gave the devs the feedback on how to fix stuff. Or on what was broken. You know, if you mention... I think in the Spellbreak Discord, I had made a build in the pre-alpha called the Exodia build, which basically gave you an automatic win because you could just infinite heal in the storm. And I think they even banned the word Exodia in the Discord because I had made that build. But again, that was so that these things didn't show up on release, which is why the game is so well balanced. You can see there for a moment, those were the old classes. I hope they introduce things like that. I hope they bring some of that stuff back here. You know, on release. This is a clip of me fighting somebody with ice off spawn. And you'll notice he doesn't have a weapon. And that's because back then, whoever dropped in the chest and picked up the gauntlet would just auto-win. There was only one thing that popped out of the chest. You didn't start with a gauntlet back then, guys. Things like this, there's myself and the other pre-alpha testers. The reason why the game is so good off launch, again, is because of the great programming work of the devs there. But in terms of balance, I mean, some of this stuff, imagine if myself and the other testers had not tested the game. You know, maybe we wouldn't have gauntlets off of just flying into the map. Like back then, there was problems like this that would have existed on launch if it weren't for all of the hours, all of the passionate hours of time that everybody that enjoys the game, playing the game and has believed in the game, put that time into playing, and also, you know, just giving feedback via, whether it was, they used to have, like, the devs used to have feedback forms that we would write our feedback in, and we'd be like, hey, you know, we found this really broken build, or this is too strong, or this is too much, you know, you guys should adjust this, or this is, you know, this is gonna kill the game, or the opposite, like, this is really good for the game. And, yeah, I don't deserve to be banned from the game. And again, guys that are listening to this, I got banned because somebody, the community director, came to my stream, didn't like that I was playing or streaming the game or something, and just straight up ego banned me off the game when I was streaming it. I'd done nothing wrong, wasn't cheating in the game. Excuse my sniffling there, but I did nothing wrong. And Spellbreak Proletariat should respect the people that helped make the game and play the game and create content for the game, and I feel like there's a huge disconnect there that they have given me zero response. This person ego banned me, said I can't appeal, said they don't like me, called me an asshat personally, and you know, again, there's people outside of the Spellbreak community that were apparently harassing the devs or the Spellbreak community, trying to tell them to ban me, which I'll go into later. Again, as we watch some of the pre-alpha footage here. Again, I was one of those people during pre-alpha that really liked the pyro class and running around in fire and stuff. It used to heal you if you chose pyro as your class. This is another endgame circle fight back then. Again, you used to be able to run in your fire, which was insane. I think in this one I made the circle might close and then probably go outside of the circle or something. I forget here. Also, everybody used to be able to wind hop too. Oh, so I do go out, and then... So I just tacked... I was actually going to die there, but I moved out of the circle just to do damage to the last guy. So that was smart. Back then, again, the circle didn't do as much... the storm didn't do as much damage, so it didn't, like, insta-kill you. You can see the pre-alpha screen there on the screen. Because, again, guys, I played this... You know, I was one of the original people that played the game when even before it was back on Steam, it was called Longshot. There, you know. So now we go to the heal-off meta, and this is something that I can say, I can definitely take credit for here, that I really, you know, I used to write a lot of feedback to the devs, like, hey, it's still possible to like full heal in the storm, and you should probably, you know, you gotta tone this down or fix it because heal-offs in the end game are really bad. And maybe there's, maybe there's some people from pre-alpha that got mad about that. But again, the whole point of pre-alpha was to help make the game amazing on release, to help the devs find things that were broken, to fix them. So as you see here, I'm actually in the storm, and you can look at my health bar, and I have 5 health pots, 5 big pots. I'm drinking them, and then I'm healing in fire. This was a solo squad game, I believe. And I end up winning it, because the storm is fully closing now. But I have healing, I stuck for pyro, and you can hear the other guys die, and so I actually win the game. Not doing anything there, just healing in the storm. So, this is why the word Exodia is banned in the Spellbreak Discord. It used to be. I don't know if it still is, because I'm not in the Discord. But I can take credit for being one of the playtesters that helped figure things like this out, these broken builds, and then telling the devs, hey, this is broken. Writing in a feedback form saying, hey guys, like, game is amazing, love playing it, the battles are, fine, but this is a problem. You guys need to tweak this, the storm damage somehow, like, all these things, guys, were fixed back then. Oh, and okay. So here's some more pre-alpha footage you guys will enjoy or not enjoy. You can see these little clouds underneath people's feet when I hit them. This was another huge balance issue during the pre-alpha. You could also double boulder. I have 2 earth gauntlets. Again, these are things the devs, because of feedback and play testing for myself and all the other testers, they changed. Now, you see the clouds under those guys' feet? That's earthbind. You used to be stuck to the ground if you got hit. All you had to do was pick the earthbind talent, and people would get stuck to the ground and could not jump. Now imagine that on release. And myself and other people would like, we would be spamming the devs, we'd be telling that we'd be writing the Discord, fix earthbind, you gotta get this out of the game, like, and they did eventually, they did listen, and that's one of the things about the Spellbreak team and and their group there, they do listen to players. So I hope that they'll listen to this video and unban me, and honestly I hope that I'm able to play the game again, because I've done nothing wrong. All I did was play Spellbreak on stream, and that's no reason to ban somebody from the game. So again, in the past the devs have listened to players. They've always been communicative. I don't know what it is that happened exactly in regards to this guy banning me, and I've tried to get into contact with the devs and see, the people that have made the game, and that I've tried to contact them with no response. So hopefully this will get a response from them. Hopefully they'll unban me. Hopefully everybody else in the Spellbreak community can be like, hey, this is kind of messed up. Why did you ban Avilo? Like, he is, he's pre-alpha tester, didn't do anything wrong. You can see that here again, the earthbind is, that guy is stuck to the ground, cannot jump. So again, that was something that they fixed. Something that back then, all of this pre-alpha footage, and I have so much more just from pre-alpha, just from playtesting and playing the game. So now we go to the late game Tempest endgame meta, which still exists. This meta still exists in the release version of the game. It's not as bad. But you can see I even have Flight there, and Wind Gauntlet, and Plane to complete endgame circle enclosure. You can still do this in the release version of the game. It's not as, I think back then it was a little bit more OP, but maybe that's because players were not as good back then too. You can still do very similar to this though, right now. So just playing to endgame circle, and yeah. Hey guys, so I am now going to go into what happened and why I got banned. I believe it was just Honestly, partly a mistake. Honestly, there seems to be some personal vendetta here. But I'm just going to go over... I'll try and go over it really quickly, as quick as I can. I'm actually re-recording this because... yeah, it was too long. But I'm going to just go into the things here. So what happened is... I was streaming. The community director came in my stream. He said this in my stream all of a sudden, saying that I'm not welcome in the community, doesn't want to air my dirty laundry, sent me to send him a PM on Discord, so kind of threatens me for no reason, starts spewing this stuff, which I thought was really weird, that the director from community director is coming to my stream saying that. And then he says we checked with legal a week ago before we went through with banning you. And so again, that was really weird, but it is... This is what happened, and I would like an unban. Honestly, I feel I'm owed a huge apology here. And I feel like, again, I just showed you all that pre-alpha footage. Guys, I'm one of the people that used to sit in lobbies with 8, waiting for 8 people. I'm one of the most passionate content creators for the game. Played the game all that time, giving feedback to the devs. Never had a negative interaction with any of the devs, during the entire all of it. I always gave constructive feedback. I always gave honest and constructive feedback to help make the game successful, because I've always been very passionate about the game since 2018. And then this happens, and it's really weird, because I was wondering... And then I start getting emails, start getting harassed in emails. And then, as it turns out, I get messaged this stuff from some weirdo that stalked... So what happened, guys, is... I have stalkers that stalk me to the Spellbreak community. They wanted me banned. These guys... this person here says, do you guys think avilo will go for the girl getting the most attention, or will they prey on the lowest view count? So basically, they're just they're just drama baiting, and they're causing issues. This person has no life. There's some stalker of mine. But the problem is, then he tried to snipe me in Spellbreak, failed like 3 times. He couldn't harass me in-game, so then he starts harassing me out of the game. So then he goes to Proletariat Andy, the Spellbreak Community Director, and starts spewing off garbage to him. And then they start releasing the conversations, again bragging that they did this and got them to ban me from Spellbreak. So he says, hey there, could I chat with you real quick about someone in the Spellbreak community that genuinely concerns me? This guy says, hi, sure, and then he starts spewing off a lot of defamation, a lot of stuff that's not true, nonsense. And then Proletariat Andy says, oh, that asshat, in reference to me. That's already unprofessional as hell, that he's having a conversation with a random troll from outside of the Spellbreak community. And then the guy says, sure thing, is there any course of action to get his game account banned? Because I honestly give it 3 or 4 months before he's hunting low viewer female streamers and offering to teach them before the cycle repeats. So again, this is one of these crazies that follows me trying to do whatever it is. And he's trolling the community director with defamation, lies, and whatever. And there's some personal prejudice here because, that stream, I was on a huge win streak, and then the director comes to my stream, bans me. And it turns out this is why. And then Proletariat Andy asks him, do you know the account name? The guy says, avilo so amaze. And then he says, grooming's despicable behavior. Again, that's not true. And then the guy says, he's playing right now on his YouTube stream. So then Proletariat Andy comes to my stream, bans me from the game based off of rumors, stuff that he doesn't know is true one way or the other, just off internet nonsense, and this guy that stalks me messaging him. And then the guy says, thank you so much. Sorry to bring drama into your life. Like, he's a stalker. He's trying to pretend like he's some good person. He's not. He's a stalker of mine. I'll prove that in a moment. So hopefully people from Spellbreak see this and protect myself and people in your community from this happening to them. And it only happened because I streamed the game, apparently. And then the guy, Proletariat Andy says, no drama, it's important to protect everyone. If that's true, Spellbreak, please, protect me. I'm a part of your community. So I'm just going to go through this is my Reddit account here. This is a post from 6 months ago. This is just me, Shopee, and somebody else talking about the game, talking about Ice being OP or not, or whatever. And then this same person right here, this same person that stalked me to the Spellbreak community, resurrects a 6-month-old post that I posted in. He's stalking my my account on the Spellbreak subreddit. He makes a post. Just so you know, this guy's a failed StarCraft 2 streamer, managed to get banned from blah blah blah. So he's a stalker, he's a predator, so this guy is saying what he is. He's a stalker, this guy's probably a predator, I don't know. But he definitely stalks me, and he started stalking my posts in the Spellbreak subreddit. And so that's why he then starts going to the Spellbreak, he starts bringing his own toxic bullshit to the Spellbreak community, which is really wrong. I shouldn't be banned, I don't deserve a ban, I didn't do anything wrong here. Why is the Spellbreak community director letting some troll message him to ban Avilo out of the game? It's just weird. So, again, Andy asks him the account name, and then bans me from the game, and then says, I made sure he can't play on any account. And then I start getting emails that these guys are bragging that this person contacted Proletariat Andy to try and get me banned, and then they message me the conversations that this guy had with Andy, which are right here. Start bragging that they stalked me to the Spellbreak community to try and get me banned from Spellbreak. So that's really fucked up and wrong. Then, again, I've tried to appeal this ban in the last week or two. No response from anybody there at Proletariat or Spellbreak, so that's why I'm making this video, along with showing the pre-alpha footage, and that I've been one of the OGs, one of the founders of the game, even invested $100 to Proletariat back when no one even knew what Spellbreak was. So then, this is his reason for banning me. You can see here, this is the reason he gave. Again, none of this stuff is true. Again, I've played Spellbreak with women with no problems. So that's not true. That's straight up defamation, and it's just the guy that stalks me spewing this nonsense. Honestly, this could be an honest mistake from Proletariat Andy and from them. But I'm just gonna go here further. Again, this is why you don't ban people based off of what trolls or people say on the internet. That doesn't make any sense. It seems there's something very personal. And then he says, you're not welcome. He says I can appeal, and he'll prioritize the safety of his community. Okay, if you're going to prioritize the safety of your community, then you should not be letting stalkers like this, that stalked Avilo, the Spellbreak streamer and content creator, and OG, and pre-alpha tester. This person is stalking my posts on the Spellbreak subreddit, and they did that on other posts as well. There's other people that were doing that to other posts I was making. Same thing, here's another post that this guy stalked in the Spellbreak subreddit. I'm talking about the game. Somebody was asking about, I said, like, you become immune to your own lightning in pre-alpha, gave you infinite mana before this. And then, this person is coming to the Spellbreak community, stalking me, talking about random shit, talking about women, talking about all this stuff that's not true. He just straight up stalked me from wherever he came from out of his hole to the Spellbreak community, trying to bring his negative shit here to obviously get me banned. So it's not right. I would like an unban and hopefully an apology here. And again, this was really weird because I got banned from the Spellbreak subreddit like a week before, approximately, before I streamed the game. And I even posted like a video here, content, and it got removed for no reason. And then there was somebody else, which maybe is the other guy on an alternate account. They started stalking my Spellbreak. They started stalking me on the Spellbreak subreddit. I can't do anything about that. That's out of my control, guys, at Spellbreak. If you want to protect your community, don't ban OGs from your game. I would like an unban. Like, protect your community from people like this guy that started stalking me to the Spellbreak community that, was having these conversations, that then he tried to snipe me in the game and harass me, and then he took it outside of the game and messaged your community director, all this nonsense. And again, it might be an honest mistake. Maybe it's a mistake from Proletariat Andy that he banned me here because of some random troll on the internet. But it also feels like there's something personal because I posted content that got removed from the Spellbreak subreddit for no reason. So then he says there's zero prejudice here. If there's zero prejudice, then why is there stuff like this? We checked with legal a week ago before we got through with our action. So he's saying there's no personal prejudice for banning me from Spellbreak when I'm one of the OG content creators and pre-alpha testers. There's nothing personal. Then why would they check a week before to see if they could ban me? So either he's just talking BS there, or they actually did that, because they don't like me, or this guy doesn't like me. That doesn't make sense. This seems like an ego ban. It seems like very personal and prejudiced. Again, so again, I've played Spellbreak with women from the Spellbreak community with no issues. That's made up. It's defamation. Feel free, anyone there at Spellbreak, to contact me. I can put you into contact with my friend, and she can talk on my behalf, because she's also upset that I got banned as well. And that's really, really messed up. So again, I'm just going to go through this to go over what happened, and hopefully you guys can... Hopefully this video will reach out to people out there from Spellbreak that can unban... The best apology I can get here is simply being unbanned from the game. I'm passionate about the game, making content for it. I have been. I've been one of the OGs since pre-alpha. The best apology I can get here is an unban, honestly. Because I never should have been banned in the first place. This doesn't make any sense. So then the guy says he's not in my chat anymore because, again, I didn't initiate any of this. People that are listening to this video, I did not initiate any of this. This guy came into my stream and banned me because of a stalker of mine trolling him and messaging him to ban me. And then he says that he didn't threaten me, which he did. He threatened to air dirty laundry up here for no... Like, again, this guy initiated all this. He came to my stream and then started saying this about stuff that's not even true. So then we get to this. So then he says, notifying you that any messages in your chat are not me. Anyone about, anyone that says this stuff is not true, but he was in my chat, so I don't know what. At that point, I'm just like, okay. And then he says you were never threatened, except I was. That was him in my chat, because that's how these conversations happened. I verified that it was actually him by DMing him on Twitter. Actually him. I never thought in a million years I would get banned off a game for not doing anything wrong and some stalker of mine from other community trying to cause this. And then he says, wants to keep the conversations private, to reach out to appeal. Here's the issue. I've been given no way to appeal, as we'll see here in a moment. Welcome to appeal your ban, but do not intend on letting you back into our community. Okay, so the community director of Spellbreak is saying I can appeal my ban, but the appeal will do nothing. That's messed up. Again, this is personally prejudiced against me, somebody that's been in the game and a believer in the game since the start. It's very wrong. I just want an unban. He says I can submit an appeal. And then he says, okay, we should submit an appeal. Okay, he says, no, I'm talking about it. That's fine. He did threaten me. Say, sure, let me contact somebody else. I say, kindly give me someone else to contact for Proletariat. He says you can file an appeal. And then he starts, again, this is, at this point, the conversation is becoming crazy here. I say there's some personal prejudice or vendetta here because you asked me to appeal and then said I won't be unbanned even if I do. Can you make it clear to me? What? And then he says he's prioritizing the safety of the community. Again, if that were true, then they wouldn't be banning me because I've been a part of the community since 2018. As you can see here with my tweets that I have just retweeted. Spellbreak will be the most hyped game, talking about how good the game is. Spellbreak even retweeted me themselves. The CEO of Spellbreak even liked the tweet. This is the CEO of Spellbreak even liking the tweet back then, in 2018. What is going on here? Come on. It's not right. So that was a post I made back in 2018. Spellbreak themselves liked the tweet. Their CEO liked the tweet as well. So 99% of people there, this is honestly, it's got to be an honest mistake. It's got to be an honest mistake here that this happened. It's got to be an honest mistake. Sometimes people make mistakes, and obviously I don't deserve to be banned from the. You can even see a reply here again. How much they paying you to say how good the game is? Nothing. Out of pure passion, since 2018, I'm one of the founders of the game. Since 2018, or whenever they released the founders packs, I think it was a bit later. But again, protect your community from people that are stalking people in your community. This guy started going to every post. I can't control these people on the internet that do this. So again, so then we go down here, and I say and I start questioning it became so ridiculous that I'm like, are you an actual employee there? Like, okay, I said, like, you did threaten me. It's on record. You threatened me. And then I said, like, okay, I want to know who to contact for an unban because you said I won't be unbanned. So who can I contact that's not you? And then he says, you can contact me through the official appeal channels. And that's where you guys like this video, help me out, get it to somebody there at Spellbreak. This is a mistake. It's wrong. They've given me no way to appeal, honestly, so this is my appeal. I would like an unban, if anything, an apology as well. The best apology I can get is an unban from Spellbreak to just be able to play the game that I played so much since 2018 and helped make so good on release from the player pre-alpha tester side of things. So again, he says to not contact him, then he says to contact him, then he says contact him through the official channels, and then he's not going to unban me even if I do. So what the hell is the point of appealing? This is an ego ban. There's some personal prejudice here, and this guy was talking to some stalker of mine, telling him to ban me from the game. So again, I ask, who can I contact for an unban? You said I will not be unbanned. Who can I contact for an unban? And then he says you can. And again, I've given you the channel you have available to contact me further through the appeals process. So guys, none of my appeals have been answered, obviously, because they're just going straight to this guy who is then throwing them in the trash, who is trying to keep me banned off Spellbreak for no goddamn reason, just because he doesn't like me or whatever. Again, he called me an asshat in the conversation. Very unprofessional. He had some conversation with some troll online telling him to ban avilo from the game, and then calls me an asshat and says that he's banning all my accounts. Guys, Spellbreak, I'm reaching out to you guys. This is my appeal. I would like, honestly, an apology and an unban from the game. I do not deserve a ban from Spellbreak. This doesn't make any sense. This is so messed up and wrong. I mean, like, when you, like, what can I... Again, I'm only... the reason I'm showing this is because you know, when someone says something like this, that... let's see here, that I can file an appeal, but I won't be unbanned. You know, it does, like, what is the point of appealing if you're not gonna, you can appeal, but the appeals go to me, and I'm not gonna unban you. Okay, then come on, this is an ego ban. It's really messed up. That's really wrong. Honestly, I would like an unban from the Spellbreak subreddit too, because I just showed you guys, proof in this video that this person was stalking. This post was from 6 months ago. 6 months, and this stalker that brought this toxic stuff and tried to get me banned off Spellbreak and was the guy that was messaging Proletariat Andy, was resurrecting posts from 6 months ago just to stalk my Reddit account. And again, this is the proof of it. Luckily, there's proof of it. He didn't delete his Reddit posts. I think there's another post up here too where, again, he stalked another post here, not even talking about... This is the Spellbreak subreddit. Protect your community, Spellbreak. Don't let... I'm one of the OGs of your community. I would like an unban. Somebody was stalking my subreddit posts and then trying to purposely cause me to get banned by spreading rumors and whatever to your community director. So I think there's some mistakes here. Obviously, it's really wrong. I feel like there's some personal vendetta here. It doesn't make sense. You know, even my content was being removed. I don't know. It was being removed. Again, I made a GIF image here, which was... why was this removed? Spellbreak, guys. What is going on here? Sorry, this post has been removed from the moderators of Spellbreak. For what? Let me show you what this post is. So why was that removed from the Spellbreak subreddit? Keeping community safe, civil, and true to their purpose. What? There is a personal vendetta here. I got banned from the game for no reason. People in the Spellbreak community, you guys are all positive. You know this is fucked up and wrong. Please bring attention to this on Twitter, the Spellbreak subreddit, if possible, wherever. I would like an unban. Again, respect your own community. I can understand if you don't want people like myself that have some influence as a streamer or content creator. You don't want us talking about the controller auto-aim stuff. You don't want us talking about that, or why? All right, that's fair. That's fair. Like, I mean, it's censorship. It's kind of not fair, but whatever. I can understand you don't. You guys are in the process of fixing stuff like that, but like this is just this is messed up. Why is this? There's nothing bad with this. This is literally about the game. People like myself or content creators, we're passionate about the game. I'm an OG of the game. Helped make the game what it is upon release, along with all the pre-alpha testers. I would like an unban from Spellbreak. I would like an apology, and again, the best apology I can get here is just simply unbanning me from the game so that I can play the game that a lot of us know and enjoy and have been passionate about and created content for ever since ever since the game was back in, had the NDA and had those lobbies of players where we were waiting for the lobby count to hit 8 just to play test the game and have fun and enjoy the game and help make the game what it is upon release, which is pretty damn good, I would say. And again, that's the best apology I can get here. I hope more people will support me because I'm a Spellbreak content creator, and I'm just showing you proof that I got stalked by negative people outside of the Spellbreak community, to the Spellbreak, when I was making posts on the Spellbreak subreddit, and to the point that they went to the community director to try and get me banned from the game, and then the community director has some prejudice here, and then whatever's going on here, there's no reason for this to be removed from the Spellbreak subreddit. It's just whoever doesn't like that I was streaming the game, making content for it, and hyping it up and just being positive. I guess that's all I can think of here. So it doesn't make any sense. It's really wrong. I would like an unban. So again, I just retweeted this stuff from 2018 here. I've always spoken so good about the game. This was from October 2018. I said Spellbreak will be the most hyped game plus huge game on Twitch within the next year. Been playing since June. Remember this tweet when it happens. Never doubt my prediction capabilities. Not much to predict here. The gameplay is ridiculously good, even in closed alpha. And Spellbreak again liked it. They replied to it, and their CEO even liked the tweet. So I hope this will reach Jesse and Seth there and all the people, all the good people from Spellbreak that you guys have such a good community, a positive community. It's not right that I just got banned from the game for no reason because of some personal vendetta from whoever, and because of somebody from another community straight up just harassing me to the Spellbreak community. That's also why even when I was in the Spellbreak Discord, I can't even play under or be under Avilo because people will harass me, which is kind of annoying. So, but again, I hope this reaches people, and that players like myself, we believed in this game, we invested in it. The founders, $100 each. It's not much, but it shows that the passion and the trust there between the player base and the developers. That we thought your game is really, really good. And that we wanted to help make it good, and that we had the passion, creativity as content creators to make content for it. And you shouldn't be banning people that are content creators that have done nothing wrong, and have been such big supporters of your game. Again, I'm one of the founders of the game. If anything, didn't you guys just added some Abby Kung Fu emote to your game? This is the perfect time to just unban me. I've had it, I have the Abby Kung Fu emote with my stream for years, and you guys added some martial arts emote to your game. Come on. So again, the best apology I can get here, without any other words even needing to be said between me and the Spellbreak guys or anybody else, is just unban me from the game. That's the best apology I can get, and I'll keep creating good content for the game, keep streaming the game, keep being passionate about it, yeah, that's, I've been given no other way to appeal, very obviously, so I would like an unban from the game. That's the best apology I can get. That's all. There you go. That's this video. People from the Spellbreak community, again, that also are part of this positive and good community. Spread the word, and help me get unbanned here, or help this reach the people that can unban me, since apparently the appeals process is non-existent, and it's wrong that I got banned in the first place. So there you go. I would like an unban. Like to play this game that I played since 2018 and supported so much as a player and a playtester, and that you guys, again, you guys should be supporting content creators as well. I mean, this is from back in 2018. You guys are saying thanks, Avilo. You guys are liking, the CEO is liking the tweet here because, again, I've done nothing wrong to be banned off the game. So I hope this reaches you guys. Would like an unban? Spread the word, guys. And no hard feelings. After that, I just want to play the game, have fun, make content for it, and keep up the positive stuff in terms of content creation. Again, no mistakes happen, and that's it. So spread the word. I would like an unban. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for enjoying the video. Maybe I'll upload some other footage, some other crazy footage from like pre-alpha, before or whatever. But we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you guys later. Peace out, peoples.